Hey guys, what's going on? Demolition on Crisis, but at least for now, the game isn't really what I want to talk about. I want to go on a little bit of a rant here, and it's not my normal, oh, this developer's the devil, or anything like that. I just want to give a general rant about the fact that people suck. And this isn't even my usual YouTubing, or griefers, or knife only and gun game, stuff like that. It's just a general thing. People suck. Which I know is kind of a bad thing to say considering I'm trying to get my YouTube channel to grow, so, saying people suck isn't gonna help. But I'm just throwing this out there. And the reason I'm saying this is because it's my opinion that it's just the general people that have ruined video games today. And what I mean by that is video games are now being designed for everyone, which if you look at it just the way that sounds, it's a good thing. It is, but at the same time, it's a terrible thing if you like a specific game for what it was at one point. And I mean, Call of Duty is the most popular not video game franchise, but first-person shooter franchise. Maybe Halo. I'm not sure which one's actually statistically more popular, but Call of Duty is at least way up there, and the reason it's so popular is that everyone can play it. It's compared to other shooting games, it really takes no skill, and that's how other games are being made too. I am also a huge RPG fan, as I've said in some of my other videos, and one of my favorite series is the Final Fantasy series. And Final Fantasy 13 was definitely made for more of a general public sort of thing. It took out a lot of main RPG things, like the ability to go exploring, and it was really easy. You didn't have to level grind or anything. It was definitely made for, a general public sort of thing, which again can be considered a good thing. But if you're like an actual RPG fan, that is terrible. Personally, I thought everything else in Final Fantasy, like the battle system, I actually enjoyed. I seem to be one of the few, but the story was awesome. I loved it, but the rest of it, the other elements that make an RPG good, were completely taken out of that game. Fighting games are getting to be the same way. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out, and I've never been very good at fighting games, but I do enjoy playing them every now and then. And Marvel vs. Capcom 3 just proves the point even more. To do the super hyper combo things where all three people come out and use their strongest attacks just took a simple button combination. Now I remember back in the day where you had to do all sorts of crazy shit to do that, and it was for the best people to use. And if you did that, you knew you did something awesome. Now it's just well, I managed to hit 2 buttons in a row. And again, it's good for general public, but for the hardcore fighting fans, that's crap. Now people who aren't good at the game get to kind of stand on a level playing field with those who actually are good at the game. And if I have any actual hardcore fighting game fans in my crowd, I know that there's more to it than that, and the good players still manage to do a little bit better because they can do all the different combos and stuff like that. But still, I still think that they've made it too easy for everyone else. And that's mainly what I wanted to talk about, is how it's the general public's fault that video games are the way they are now. Rage! Actually, one more thing. This was something that was kind of funny to me, is just the way video games have taken over the world, it seems. I, being the huge bowling fan I am, actually was watching some bowling trick shot things online, and then I saw a video where it's pin stands back up, and it's exactly what it was, but the highest comment on there was, that pin had Last Stand Pro, and all I could think was, really? This has nothing to do with Call of Duty in any way, but Call of Duty is so huge that even the bowling videos are like that, where the comments are Call of Duty related. And I think that is just mind-boggling. If you go watch other YouTube videos, you can actually read the comments, and people will get into arguments over things unrelated to the videos. Obviously, that's kind of how it ends up in YouTube videos, but it always seems to come back to video games in some way, shape, or form, whether it be Microsoft versus Sony, Call of Duty versus Halo, things like that, and it comes back to that, and I'm like, this was a video about the news. Why am I listening to you 12-year-olds argue about which system is better? And, okay, rant over. Now there's not much left of this video, so, I guess I'm not going to really worry about commenting on the gameplay, but I appreciate you guys listening. And ironically, again, after I talked about how people suck, I am actually trying to get my channel to grow a little, so hey, every like button click helps, everything like that. Comment, rate the video. Hell, even if you hated it, I would actually appreciate you rating it bad or leaving a comment saying what you didn't like, so I know how to improve, which would probably be actually talk about the video being shown, not just some rant. But if you watch any of my other stuff, you know, where I do talk about the video. Well, we are about to win as soon as this time goes down because we're awesome like that. So you guys have a good one, and I will post another one soon. Later.
Mission accomplished. Good work.